So here we go, another unboxing. So welcome back to the channel, another unboxing. LD Systems MAUI 11G2. And we're going to unbox the top here for it. For this column array, let's see what's there. This is a 500 watt RMS system. 1000 watt peak power. So that's 500 watt RMS, which is pretty powerful. Right, okay now. Yeah, that's first one piece. Now just to top this, this is piece for all speakers in. Alright. Okay, that's all that's in that box. Alright, get rid of this. And in here then we've got the subwoofer. Give it the camera bud. Right, this is the subwoofer. Okay, we got a proper European plug. It's good. Right. Right, we've got a handle here on top. Right, we got to use the manual. Right, let's check on damage. Okay. So now we're going to do the assembly of the MAUI 11G2 PA. So we take our first piece here. So there's no speakers now in this piece. So this has got the 4 pin connections, which is very good, very stable. And it's got 4 on this side. And then you'll see here, you look for 1. So you see 1 there. Right, 1. That goes down, and then you'll see up here, you'll see the 2. So that's 2, so that'll be up. Now, it connects to this connector here, it's what connects it all together. You've got one of them in each side. Okay, so now there's no speakers in this piece, but this is just the riser that's in between. Now, this cannot be removed, but there is a separate kit. A kit that you can buy, that if you take this off, the top part off, and you could use them in the church or use them on the wall in a mounting kit. And it also stands for the stage so that you can stand them away from the speaker. So we're just going to assemble this now as we have it here on this. So you take your piece, you look for the number 1, and then you see you've got 4 holes, and you line it up, and you simply push it in, no stand or anything required. And then you take your second piece. Now, it's a good bit heavier, nice bit of weight in this. So here we've got the top part. You've got 4 holes on this, and you've got the connector here again, and this goes on the top. And you'll see 2 marked here on the back, so that's how you know. So number 2 there, I don't know whether you can see this or not. Number 2 marked there, and there's nothing on this side, this is blank, so this is on the top. And you shove this piece in there, and it just locks in to place like that. So we've got 8 3-inch speakers, drivers, and we've got 2 1-inch horns up here on the top, right? And down here then we've got 3 6.5-inch drivers and speakers drivers for the bass end. Okay, so I'll put a graphic of that over here and you can see the breakdown of this. You've got the 8 3-inch, 2 1-inch horns, and then you've got 3 6.5-inch bins drivers down on the bottom for the bass. So you get a nice punchy bass. All this is made out of Scotch ply. So it's not plastic, it's timber, Birch ply timber, very solid. It gives a nicer, in my opinion now, this is my opinion, it gives a way nicer sound than plastic speakers. Now there's nothing wrong with plastic speakers, but the timber and the birch ply I think is much better. So that's the assembly of it. So next we're going to look at the connections on the back and the mixer part of the unit and how to connect it. And here we're going to do the back. So this is the MAUI G2 and we're going to do the back of it. Okay, so here we are at the back. And first connection up here we're going to look at is the mic. So we've got a mic input here. So we've got a XLR and we've also got a 1/4-inch jack, dual combo inputs. All the dual combo inputs except the guitar line input. So we've got XLR in, microphone. We've got a separate volume here for the microphone. So there's no EQ, no mixer on this to mix the microphone. So you can't go your bass, your high, your low, okay? Next down, we've got line input. So we've got line input, we've got 2. You can put in a stereo keyboard, stereo instrument of some kind, or what I use this for is you can put your mixing desk left and right in here, and then you've got a line volume here for that, for this. And it's advisable to put this full up. And then you can control here on the top, which I'll show you in a minute. If you're connecting up a mixing desk to this, the way I would do it is I go left to the left side of your mixing desk, right to the right side of your mixing desk, and leave your system in mono, which will be like a conventional stereo system. And you'll have a good sound. Don't do any panning or anything, just leave it alone. Put your volume up here at maximum. Okay, now you can leave on the comments down there what you think. This is the way I do it, and it works for me. Down below that we've got a high Z input for guitar with a volume here. So you've got jack plug here to plug your guitar in, and you've got a high Z and you've just got a volume for that. So no EQing again on that. Down here you've got a Bluetooth pairing button, which is this thing here. I've showed you this a minute ago. Earlier on in the video where you just press this button, light flashes, connect to your iPad, your iPhone, or whatever you want to connect to Bluetooth. And then you've got separate volume here for this. So you can set the level going in there and then control the output up here on top, which I'll show you in a minute. Also, you've got a 1/4-inch stereo input jack plug, a mini plug, which you can take from your iPad or your iPhone or any other device that you want to connect up that has a 1/4" stereo connection. And last but not least, we've got an output here for a system output. So that could be output to an external speaker, a bin, or another system. And that's all the connections. Oh, and I forgot here on the line, we've also got the RCA line inputs as well. So for connecting up maybe stereo system in here as well. Now, that line input, RCA, and this line input work on the same volume, which is this. So it'd be hard maybe to have two devices plugged in here at the same time. Okay, but that's debatable, like how we might manage that. That's the connections anyway on the back. And now we're going to do the connections up on the top next. Okay, so here we got the top here. We've got a sub, volume, for how much sub bass you want. We've got a main volume, how much top end, high end you want. And you can mix the two of these to get your desired output. So if you want more bass, you put on more bass. You want less top, mid, high, you put on less. If you want more high, you turn on more. And you do a mix here of these two to get the balance that you want coming out. Now you've got an on light, signal light, a limit light, which if it flashes now and again, it's fine, but it shouldn't be continuously on or flashing a lot. And then you've got protect light. If that comes on, then it'll protect the speaker. But you should be aiming not to have any of them lights really on. This tells you the setup, which is you've got a system button here. So you've got stereo, mono. So if you're using one, you leave the system in mono. If you're connecting another one up, you could put them in stereo. But if you're using a mixer, I'd recommend you come left out to your mixer, right out to your mixer, and I would leave those in mono. So it'll be like a conventional PA system, right? But you're just getting 500 watts here, 500 watts at the other side, and you have your sound coming out, which it'll be very good. So that's the way I use it. Okay, so that's just on connection volume switches on the back. Okay, so we're going to connect our iPad via Bluetooth up to the MAUI 11G2. So we got our iPad here and we've got Bluetooth connections opened. Right, you can see it's picked up my LD MAUI 11, but it's not connected. So in order to pair it, we have to hold down this button here. It says hold down to link. So we press that button and we hold it down. And then it starts flashing. So you can see it now, it's flashing. Then we go to our iPad and we click on where it says not connected MAUI G2. And then you see, and now it says connected. And now our light has gone solid, which means that we are now connected our iPad via Bluetooth to the MAUI 11G2. Okay, it's simply that. So now you can play your music through or whatever and walk around with your iPad. Alright. Okay.